Hello and welcome to SPED618, Foundations of Instructional Strategies for Students with Mild to Moderate Disabilities. My name is Jody Wolkersdorfer and I am so excited to be your instructor for the next 6 weeks as we work through this course together. As your slide shows, the best way to reach me is through email, which is woljod@bethel.edu. However, please know that I will also check my cell. Usually I let it go to voicemail, but I will be listening to that and respond that way as well if you would rather talk by phone about any questions or concerns you have or things that come up throughout the course. I want you to know that I plan to submit feedback and grades for assignments within 1 week of submission, and that really is giving me a little bit of extra time for the bigger assignments that you have due, but the smaller, more minor assignments, as they're called in the course, your things like your journal assignments and your spiritual reflections, I plan to have those grades and feedback given to you within just a few days of when you submit those. So you'll always be kind of up to track on how things are going for you in class. I want to tell you just a little bit about myself, and then I also am looking forward to learning more about each of you through the introductory forum that we have. Just a little bit about me is that I grew up on a small farm in Wisconsin with parents who were both educators, so being a teacher was just kind of in my bloodline. Didn't really think about ever becoming anything else. I went on to Bethel, which was then Bethel College. Back in 1991, I started my undergrad degree and ended up with a major in health education with a license to teach K-12. I got married shortly thereafter to my husband Bart, and we went on to have 2 kids, Lauren, who is 18, and Jake, who is 16. And I was able to stay home with my kids for the first several years until Jake actually started kindergarten. And that was a wonderful time for us, but once they were back in school, it was also time for me to go back to school. So when Jake started kindergarten, I went back to Bethel and I got my master's degree in special education from Bethel, just like you're doing right now. Once I had my master's, I took a full-time job in Mounds View Schools as a special education teacher and worked there for 10 years at Turtle Lake Elementary School and then at Sunnyside Elementary School. I finished my career in Mounds View at the end of the last school year and made the transition to work at Bethel full-time as part of their teaching and learning technology team. And I work full-time now as an instructional designer during the day, and then I teach as an adjunct professor in the undergrad program and as well as in the graduate school program. For this course, we have a class Moodle site that we'll be using often, so please make sure that you're checking in frequently. This is where you'll find all of the resources that you need to complete the course, your forums, your readings aside from your textbook, videos for you to watch, and so on and so forth. The weekly rhythm for our class is Tuesday through Monday. And I know this sounds a little bit confusing at first, but we really want to stick to 6 Monday nights for class. And I had to make a decision whether to let our last night of class hang on for a week after July 3rd so that you could turn in assignments, or to start it a little bit earlier so that we're turning in assignments each Monday night of the 6 weeks and we can be completed on July 3rd. And I opted to go that way for 2 reasons. One is so that you don't have homework hanging over your heads over the July 4th holiday and that you can have this class finished out and just relax with your families over that weekend. The second is because many of you, almost all of you, are still in school right now, and it's really important that you look ahead at some of these assignments and do some of your observations and your interactions, interventions that you try with students right now while you still have the time. So that's why, as I alluded in your syllabus too, you should be already now doing some of your readings and getting a head start on things that are due technically the first day of class, May 29th, but that will allow us to finish up fully on Monday, July 3rd. Also note that your forum post, your first forum post each week, is due by noon on Saturdays, and that gives everybody the weekend to be able to look over what others have written and to be able to respond. We have 2 face-to-face classes. The first is Monday, June 12th, and the second is Monday, June 26th. These are both from 5 to 9 p.m. at Bethel's Anderson Center. I'm not sure of the room quite yet, but I will get that to you as soon as I have that information for sure. Our other 4 classes, the other 4 weeks, are online, and like I just explained, the May 29th is when your first assignments are due. July 3rd will be the last week and when your last assignments are due. As you look at the Moodle site, you'll see each week has begin, participate, and then complete the week. Beginning the week are the things that you'll need to read, the videos you'll need to watch. The gathering of the information is kind of your begin part. You can start that each Tuesday morning, and then you'll finish the week with complete the week on Monday nights. Participate are anything like forums or any collaborative activities that you need to do that should be done midweek. Think about that Saturday deadline. And then complete the week are all of your other assignments and things that you'll submit to me for feedback and for grading. Let's look right now to Module 1 and get started on class together. There's an introductory forum that I would love for each of you to participate in. This is so I can get to know you and so you can get to know each other. I realize some of you have been in a cohort together and have already developed some great relationships, but we have a few new people to class just for this class, and obviously I'm new to all of you and you're new to all of me. So please take the time to fill out the information in the introductory forum so that we can begin growing together. And then in the Begin the Module section, you will have some readings. There's a quiz that you need to take just for this week, and you can take it as many times as you need, but you have to pass the quiz at 100% to be able to view the online videos. The videos for this week, I need to give a little caveat with. They are made by Jay Rasmussen, who some of you may know. He's in Bethel's Education Department. He has some fabulous things to say, which is why we're using videos that he has created, 3 of them for this week. But you will notice that Jay in his videos talks to another class and refers just a few times to some assignments that are due. And he is talking about the class that videotaped these lessons, or audio taped, I should say, these lessons. Ignore that because it doesn't make sense for our class. It was the time that he was being taped. So when you listen to the 3 videos from Jay Rasmussen, please listen to them for the content, the information that you are getting from him. It's super helpful and you'll use it throughout the rest of the course and just in your teaching experience in general. But anything specific to the time that it was being recorded, you can completely disregard. Then in Participate the module, we have a lesson planning forum that you all need to participate in. So make sure that by this Saturday night, you've put your initial post in there so that by next week on Monday, May 29th, everybody will have had some time to respond to one another. Your journal and your spiritual reflection are both due this coming Monday, May 29th. Those are things that I hope to have feedback on and back to you by Tuesday or Wednesday of next week as you'll begin starting your second week of class. And then there's also 2 assignments that are in Complete the module, and something that's different about these than as compared to your journal and spiritual reflection is that your engagement wheel just needs to be done and brought with you to our first face-to-face class. So you can bring it with you then. You don't need to submit something online before that. And then there's also a diagnostic teaching case study. And I intentionally have this at the very beginning of our course Well, most of you are still in school and have access to students that you can observe and you can practice interventions with and you can collect data on. If you have trouble with that, please let me know as soon as possible so we can try and get you into a school so you can complete this project for the diagnostic teaching case study. But that is due June 5th. So you've got 2 full weeks to work on it. And because it is a super busy time of year, this is one assignment that I'm willing to be just a little bit flexible on. If you talk to me ahead of time and need a little bit longer than June 5th to get it done, I want you to be able to do this assignment and to do it well. And I also understand that for those of you who are teaching and finishing up the year, while you do have access to students, you also likely have report cards or progress reports that also need to be finished and have a deadline. So please let me know if there's a problem with the due date of June 5th for your diagnostic teaching case study, and I will work with you on that. Again, if you have any questions, just email me or give me a call, and I will get back to you. But I'm looking so forward to our next 6 weeks together. We'll see you soon.